for a gunner. Mag rider.
Let's do it.
I would just go for the front box as usual.
Moukass. Oh! Moukass in the stream. Now I'm legit.
SKL, we have green light. Everybody's good to go. Let's start moving out.
Gomes.
We have TR movement. Let's go.
Agro is a military term. It means you are looking and paying attention to something here, and then they flank you from the other side.
You can't survive no street I've been on. You can't survive no block I ever hustled on. You can't survive no niggas I ever had beef with. So I don't have to beef with you, nigga. You know why? Because you're not a threat, motherfucker. When I recognize a threat that's on my level of savagery, I'll address it.
Thank you so much for being here, man. That means a lot. Oh yeah!
Two down. Keep it going, pilot. Domination.
They're in the mental equation, and at a critical moment you have to make a snap decision, and if you are actually working on all the levels you should be working on, you're allowing your intuition to direct your next action. One of the most critical things in a combat environment is anticipating where things are going.
Triple kill.
What the options are, and getting there first, so that you don't get closed off, so you don't get trapped.
We're really winning this thing. Keep it up.
So you anticipate what's next, not just one move ahead.
Wow. Somebody give that guy $100. Oh yeah!
But several moves ahead, you might be, well, it could go this way, this way, this way. If things lean this way, you've already got a plan on how you're going to react to that in advance.
Oh, probably Moukass, save me! Save me! Ah! Moukass, I thought you were a god, and I got nuked. You're supposed to save me. Son of a bitch.
Accuracy.
Me, in combat zones, you're talking about the fear, how to shut you down. So it's very important for me, as I taught in the SEAL teams when I started the first hand-to-hand program. So fear will shut down different brain waves that we use for creativity.
Accuracy.
Even him being here makes it legit for me as a Planetside player. I'm done. Say, look, I'm already playing better with them here.
Okay, platoon, we are moving out. We are moving out. We are following intel of the first SKL platoon. This is a massive, massive army column. TR has a lot in store for us, so everybody get ready.
Well, we're legend, chat. We're legend. Any competent.
What a sharpshooter.
We made it.
Impressive fighting. We're really winning this thing. Keep it up.
No one here.
I got killed by an ally.
many commissioners can Aeflic fit in his beard? How many you think, bro?
That gun's fucking huge.
I know, bro. It's heavy too. I feel like it's really top heavy.
This gives you an idea of why Planetside 3 is already here. Since the escalation update combined with the shattered warp gate, combined to the increased performance, I think we're experiencing a game that we were not experiencing in 2012. The level of epicness that we can achieve in this game is just staggering. 5k hours of playtime. It's been 8 years that I play the same game, and I keep getting impressed and impressed. Every year some prophets say the game is gonna die, and every year it survives. Until now. You're gonna see a lot of Vanu gameplay, which is very new for my channel. This is the third character that I want to rank up to battle rank 100 and get ASP, and the faction on Emerald is so good. I'm having a blast playing with them, doing big events, zerging with the SKL platoons, exploring the new maps and the new possibilities. The war assets are shaping the game in a very interesting way, creating mini events inside the events. The orbital strike forces everyone to get indoors and hide. The citadel shield can completely nullify a positional advantage and reverse a situation.
I have no clue, guys. I just got owned by Vanu. If you're Vanu and you're watching, good job on Emerald. Now we're going to the snow. Oh yeah, going there.
A bastion coming over a fight quickly turns the situation and demoralizes the enemy. I think we have arrived at a point where Planetside 2 is in a good state to be promoted as a high quality, polished FPS game. The only MMO FPS that survived 9 years of catastrophes and comes out at the end with some of the most exciting gameplay in the gaming world, all that for free. The mission system and campaign gives you something to do in between the alerts. If you're solo, it gives you the opportunity to explore the map, to explore all the assets that are in Planetside 2.
Now they got initiation and lost position with flag.
It teaches you to pull vehicles, to deploy a spawn, to be useful to your faction, and the rewards are extremely interesting. Lots of certs, sometimes weapons. One very simple thing that is improving my gameplay 10 times compared to before is the pocket flash, the Flash XS1 that you can carry around if you have a high enough loyalty rank and if you buy it with merit points. This little tool makes it so I redeploy much less and I keep fighting on the ground, knowing that I can move from base to base very fast. I even use it inside bases sometimes. It makes for some epic fails but also epic wins. It reduces the downtimes for me, so I'm never bored. I can move to the action very fast. This combined with the abundance of spawns from routers, beacons and senders. Emerald VS has a lot of them. It creates some very dynamic battles, and I'm extremely impressed by the state of the game, and especially in battles with very high numbers, with some optimization to the graphics and the render distance. I'm getting a very stable FPS, above 60, so it's extremely enjoyable, and all the playstyles are possible, from quick sniping to quick shotgunning, all this in beautiful environments and maps. So I really think that what Planetside 2 needs the most right now is good marketing, is the community and the devs pushing their project, so more and more players discover the game in its updated state. Many people still have the idea that Planetside 2 is not optimized, clunky, pay to win, unfriendly to new players, and I don't think it's the case. The game is hardcore, but war is hardcore. Most players can understand that and recognize that there is threats everywhere, they can die from anywhere, but they can always know where it came from. They have a lot of tips, a lot of options to improve and to understand what happened to them. The default weapons are extremely competitive. The cert gain is massive when you're low battle rank. I noticed that on Emerald VS I could make so much certs just by following the big zergs, raising them, getting killed here and there, accomplishing missions from time to time, picking up these 50 certs. This is boosting your progression like crazy and always make you want to unlock more, learn more, try more playstyles for different situations. So guys, my request for you, if you like this game, is to promote it, to share videos with your friends and tell them that the old Planetside 2 is no more. It's now Planetside 2020 and it's a whole other game. Big shout out for Rogue Planet Games and all the work they have done to create this playground for us. Big shout out also for offering me a free membership. I couldn't get one from my country because of some banking restrictions, and Andy Sites, the executive producer of Planetside 2, thought it was appropriate to unlock the membership for me. for all the promotion that I've already done for Planetside 2. Thank you so much. This is making my PlayStation so much better because you skip the queues, you get into continents, you get 50% more XP all the time, you get 3 additional loadouts, which I enjoy so much. I'm testing so much new playstyles, ambusher with the pulsar, ambusher with shotguns. So yeah, 5k hours and I'm still learning the game. I hope this will go on. So guys, what do you think should be added to Planetside 2 right now in its current state? Do you think they need more features in the game? More vehicles, more weapons? Or do they need more community events, more marketing? I personally think the construction system should be more integrated to the big maps. We should be able to build common items in much more locations. I think it will make the battles even more organic when there is obstacles on the way placed by your enemy. I also think there should be some kind of balancing mechanic between the factions that are unbalanced. For example, on Emerald, the TR is having a very hard time because of their lack of leadership, and what's interesting is that it's different on every server. I know that on Soltech the TR is much more powerful because of their population, so every server has its unbalances, and I don't think this should be fixed by restricting the powerful faction. I think this should be fixed by helping the losing faction a little bit with XP boosts, nanite boosts, something that doesn't make a difference in 1v1 but makes a difference in terms of things you can still do even when you get stomped. These are my 2 cents on it. Also, one interesting release that could make a big difference for Planetside 2 is the PlayStation 5 that can run Planetside 2 with a much better frame rate than the PlayStation 4. So this could expose the game to a whole new audience of people looking for big battlefields, free-to-play games that are high quality, and Planetside 2 will be right there, ready to download. I've seen some recent gameplay on YouTube and the gameplay seems extremely flawless compared to what we used to see with the PlayStation 4 gameplay, where it looked like a slideshow. On the PS5, the game is running in high graphics with the shadows on, and the frame rate seems to always be above 50. For a console player, I cannot imagine how it must be to finally play the game in high graphics with a good frame rate. I knew that when I finally upgraded my computer, it made a huge difference for me and my enjoyment of the game. So let's see how it goes. Thank you everyone for all the shoutouts. Thanks SKL for the amazing platoons. Check the Pure Gameplay channel for long and raw clips of these epic moments I had recently on Emerald. And that's it. Have a good day, stay epic, bye bye.
Don't care about your feelings. Yeah.
Make the money first, and then save the planet with the money that you made. Okay.
I need, I want, I would've, I could've, I should've. Those are 3D traps. What is abundance? I woke up today. I get a whole nother day here. Can you imagine how expensive the tickets are to get in right now to the Earth 2020 show?
Very expensive.
Right? It's that whole idea of the spectator versus the player, right? These people are like some neckbeard up in the stands talking bad about LeBron James. Oh, LeBron, he's nitpicking at a stat pad or whatever the case may be. Meanwhile, they're not capable of doing 1/1000th of what he's accomplished. In other words, why would I care about the opinion of somebody who's not taking as much action as I am? Or kind of maybe sniping off to the side. Oh, look at this guy. I think he's so cool. Oh, you think you're cool, huh? When you get out of here, stuff like that. I literally just ignore these people. Right? I'll simply, they'll say it, and I'll be like, oh, that's awesome, dude. And then boom, and then just continue doing what I'm doing.
So what's interesting about the Reddit community is that they're on this platform where they can be very vocal, and even though they're not saying things that are necessarily the right things or even like accurate, they could get like a lot of visibility on their causes and that sort of thing.
Man, listen, I always like to fight all my life. I ain't the biggest dude, I ain't the hardest dude, but I like to fight. I watched a lot of Jackie Chan, I was one of them kids.
can never get away fast
from,
enough.
Matherson's, we're going to group up around
Identified a
the
Republic
fields
mosquito.
again. Rates.
Identified a
at
Republic
waypoint.
mosquito.